When I walk the lonely road to the place where I was born, I don't know what life has bestowed on me or what it has to hold. I've just got to go and find my place. I have to seek my home. So hold my hand and shelter me and keep me from the cold. I've lost my reflection. I'm struck down by the storm. The mist took my shadow and my eyes can see no more. But I try to keep on smiling before I'm trapped in a butterfly net. Please save me and hold my hand and keep me from the cold. When I was young and a child, I remember my mother singing, just singing a lullaby to me. And if I was granted just one wish, I would pray to be in the comfort of my mother's song. But now I'll wait till the morning, when the mist has cowered away, when the sun lights my path so I can start a brand new day. So guide me and shield me and keep me from the cold, and hold my hand and I'll never be alone. Thanks ever so much. I don't know why I started with an a cappella song. I need a glass of wine now. Okay, I was going for the dramatic entrance, which is why I didn't rabbit on before I started singing. But my name is Jenna Witts, and I'm dead chuffed to be support act tonight. Steve's been a massive part of my musical adventure. I went on tour with him years ago, and he's taught me how to play guitar as well, so it's his fault if it's rubbish tonight. But I'm going to do this next song. It's quite a new song of mine. I wrote it last year. And it's a very autobiographical. It's called Not a City Girl. Coming from Willicombe, it's ever so true. And I was going on a big adventure one day to St Ives, and and I thought, I'm going to take the train. I'm going to take the train because apparently it's very scenic. So I was fine at Barnstable train station. It all went lovely. Got on the train, the right one, and then I got a bit lost as soon as I got to Exeter St David's. It really isn't the biggest train station in the world, is it really? But I just wandered off in completely the wrong way. And then I overheard this family, these two girls and their grandmother going, oh, I can't wait to get to St Ives. I was like, right, I'll follow them. So I ended up following them around for ages, and in the end it turned out the grandmother needed the loo, so I almost walked into the disabled toilets with them. And then luckily this lovely warden man was like, you all right, my love? You look a little bit lost. I said, yeah. So he literally just put me exactly where I should be. And it was a lovely train journey, lovely and scenic. So I thought I'd write a song about it. This is called Not a City Girl. Standing clueless at the platform, must be looking kind of dumb, 'cause the guard has taken a second glance and I think he's making fun. He said, love, I can't help noticing the glaze across your eyes and the way you've walked in circles. Now it is no real surprise that you're not a city girl. amuse you. People walking heads hung low won't look you in the eye. No, I'm not a city girl, I balance on the tide line. Won't you help me please find journey bound for home? He said, girl, I love these trains, got rail track rhythm through my bones. And I've seen so many faces, bridge a gap from steel to stone. And I can see your story, you got sand between your toes. You need wide open spaces, but not want to be alone. Well, I looked him in the eyes, they seem kind and safe to me. I told him I like traveling the rails to find the sea, and stepping into places I've never been before. It gives strength to my tapestry, stories I recall. No, you're not a city girl, these streets, they do amuse you. People walking heads hung low won't look you in the eye. No, I'm not a city girl, I balance on the tide line. Won't you help me please find journey bound for home? Drop the anchor, now it lies so deep within the sea. Though I've traveled far and wide, oh, I'm tethered to this land. Standing here, I cannot see a single face I know. Now I can't hear the waves above the rushing traffic flow. No, I'm not a city girl, these streets, they do amuse me. People walking heads hung low won't look me in the eye. No, I'm not a city girl, I balance on the tide line. Won't you help me please find journey bound for home? Won't you help me please find a journey bound for home? Oh, thanks ever so much. But I did get a little bit brave after that. I actually travelled to New Zealand on my own. I know. Petrified with a capital P. Yeah. I met my auntie when I was out there, and we did this really cool tour of the whole of the South Island. But I did technically get on a plane and get off at Dubai and Sydney, which was mental. But a trip of a lifetime. It was almost exactly a year ago, and the last part of my trip was based up in the top of the South Island in Collingwood in Golden Bay. Do you know where that is? And it was just completely stunning. And my auntie's a bit weird. She's one of those weird people that gets up at like stupid o'clock, like literally like 5 o'clock in the morning to go running. And we were sharing cabins all the way around. And so she woke up at a stupid hour and she was like, Jenna, you got to get up. It's an amazing sunrise. I was like, yeah, I'll just put my clothes, my jeans on. And she was like, no time. You need to go down there right now. Luckily, it's a particularly quiet village. And there I was in my Christmas Primark gym jams. The day I don't get Primark gym jams for Christmas is the day I realise Santa Claus isn't real. I'll be gutted. And then I went down to the beach and I found a particularly nice bit of driftwood and I sat there and it was completely stunning. And then all of a sudden this old boy suddenly walked past and he was like, all right, mate. He didn't say all right, mate, that's really Devonshire. He was he was from New Zealand. I'm not even going to attempt to do that. And he started telling me all these stories and he didn't even seem to notice the fact I was in my gym jams and like no makeup on. And he started telling me all these Maori legends, which was awesome. And he said about, you know when hills look like something? You know, like there was this big, it was more than a hill, it was more of like a massive mountain thingy. And it looked like exactly like a woman who was fast asleep with her fingers entwined. And he said the Maori legend is if she ever wakes up, then we're all buggered. So when I got home, I was sort of reflecting on it all, and I thought, why? Why wasn't she in such a temper? So I thought I'd write a song about it, probably because of a bloke, let's be honest. So I wrote this song, and this is called The Golden Bay Girl. The lady of Golden Bay walked over mountains. There was anger and fury in each pounding step, with a shut of her stare and a turn of her head. The villagers hid, they had so much to dread. When she stood tall, she was higher than clouds. Mist crowded her ankles and clouded her path. Aimlessly wandering, tears streaming like rain, thinking of how she could see him again. So trace your finger all over the skyline. See her so clear as the sun starts the day. There she lay sleeping, her fingers entwined. For as long as she's dreaming, we'll all be just fine. So the tale goes of the girl in the mountain, heartbroken and weary. She stopped on her way, watching the sun rising over South Island. Stunted her tears, stole her breath clean away. Well, if she could not feel her bonny lad's touch, if she could not hear the words he might say, maybe she'll stay here where beauty surrounds her. Maybe she'll stop hearing Collingwood Bay. So trace your finger all over the skyline. See her so clear as the sun starts the day. There she lay sleeping, her fingers entwined. For as long as she's dreaming, we'll all be just fine. So share this old legend down by the shoreline. See her lie peaceful, her head to her feet. But some folk don't see her, they just see the mountain. Only the landscape that blankets her sleep. Fear her you must, because if she may stir, restlessly waking from a slumber so deep, or coming around to the fact she was dreaming, reality fearing, she'll rise to her feet. Come on, trace your finger all over the skyline. See her so clear as the sun starts the day. There she lay sleeping, her fingers entwined. For as long as she's dreaming, we'll all be just fine. For as long as she's dreaming, we'll all be just fine.
Yeah.
Thanks ever so much. Cheers. I've been singing lots of children's songs recently. I've got a new job. I work in Braunton as a teaching assistant, and I love it. I work with like 5-year-olds, they totally get me. Absolute level with them, it's brilliant. Today we made robots. Had to have a shower as soon as I got home. I was covered in paint and glitter, I love it. But Wednesdays is guitar day, and I've been writing all these. I met a frog by the old lake, and I said, how'd you do? He went, ribbit, 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 ribbit. It's nice to see you too. Wrote that one. Thank you very much. Yeah. And you go around the circle and you get them all to like choose an animal, but then one of them went Jabba the Hutt and started doing that. But really good impression. It was really good. But it's quite a few years ago now, really. I first met Steve when I was about 14-ish. Through my grandparents played bowls with his mum. And then consequently went on tour with him for about 5 years, supporting him, and it was an incredible time of my life. I loved it. And on one of the last tours we did, because he produced 2 of my albums, we did this song off my second album, Brother, and I did it on all the way through the tour. And it was really cool, because you know, like when you write a song, and in my mind I knew what it was about, but it meant something different to everyone who heard it, which I think is a beautiful thing about songwriting. And so this is about saying goodbye to somebody and hoping they'll come back. And there was a lot of people in the audience that were sort of saying goodbye to their kids travelling on their gap year, or family members going off to war or stuff like that. So that was pretty cool. This is called Bring Me News. Sitting at the bottom of the stairway, just waiting for the light to arrive, waiting for the morning to stretch its warm embrace, bring this ghost town back to life. Oh, bring me news, sir. Tell me you have it in the palm of your hand. I've been waiting 10 whole hours for the sound of your tires pulling up outside this house. And as the sun rises before me, you see the moon in its place. So many pages in my diary until I see your face. Just bring me news that you're okay. I need to know when you're coming home. Oh, vivid is the day you left here, like a photograph in my head, holding your suitcase by the front door. As my heart fills up with dread, your pockets full with your dreams of new worlds you've yet to see. And as we kiss our last kiss, I hope you're coming back to me. And as the sun rises before me, you see the moon in its place. So many pages in my diary until I see your face. Just bring me news that you're okay. I need to know when you're coming home. Well, I look outside and hear the seagulls cry. I watch the clouds come by. It feels like rain again. Well, I look outside and hear the seagulls cry. I watch the clouds come by. It feels like rain again. And as the sun rises before me, you see the moon in its place. So many pages in my diary until I see your face. Just bring me news that you're okay. I need to know you're coming back this way. So bring me news. Thanks ever so much. Got one more song. It's going That'll be up for the duration of the wine. That went ever so quick. Very excited. I'm going to be lame and just tell you that I've got some CDs on a table. Yeah, 2 of them are produced by Steve Knightley, just name dropping. And the one I did the other day, or 3 years ago, one of the 2, is Hitchhiker, which I recorded in Mort Ho. There we are. But yeah, they're all on sale out there. I also have got a website, jennawitts.com, and I gig quite a lot locally, so have a little ganders at that if you like. But yeah, thank you so much for listening to me. I'm going to end up with this song. This was inspired by a phrase that you know the Fisherman's Friends? Yeah. Fisherman's Friends. I was down there supporting them on the, you know, they do that thing on the slip? Plat. Why did I say this? I think the pub is called the Slip. Slip off, I don't know. The Plat, down in Port Isaac. And you know, Billy, one of the Fisherman's Friends, has a pottery there. He's a potter. And he had this beautiful bowl in there that I once saw. And inside it said, "May you have friends aplenty and a bottle to share," which I thought was awesome. I'm going to have it engraved on my tombstone one day. And years later, I've saved it on my phone, and I suddenly saw it again. I was like, oh, I should write a song with that in it. So, yeah, this is called Ask Me to Dance. May you have friends aplenty and a bottle to share. I can hear your laughter from over the square as I gain courage to walk through the door and met with the faces of those I adore. You tell us stories of places you've been. I've heard them over and over again. We can just sit here all the night long, spilling our tears, we laugh the day gone. May you have friends aplenty and a bottle to share. Dust your guitar that you've hidden over there. Light up the fire and pour me a glass. Take hold of my hand and ask me to dance. It's been a long week and the sun's hanging low, forgetting your toils as our glass overflows. The evening bird song falls to silence outside. We'll dance to the moon calling in the high tide. May you have friends aplenty and a bottle to share. Dust your guitar that you've hidden over there. Light up the fire and pour me a glass. Take hold of my hand and ask me to dance. Some folk, they live far way down the line. Only their future will hold the good times. They're missing the point, what we're all doing here. It's the time of our lives, so let's raise a beer. May you have friends aplenty and a bottle to share. Dust your guitar that you've hidden over there. We'll light up the fire and pour me a glass. Take hold of my hand and ask me to dance. May you have friends aplenty and a bottle to share. Dust your guitar that you've hidden over there and light the beach fire and pour me a glass. So take hold of my hand and ask me to dance. Thank you very much.